Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a full tutorial on how to decorate this explosion bubble cake with a epic cake topper that I absolutely love. So I haven't done a full real-time video for you guys in really long time, so I thought it is high time I get back to showing you exactly how to do it or how I did it, and you can maybe start doing at home as well. So basic cake, I only have my signature cake and only have my special sizes. I don't do different ones. So this is my 20 centimeter 3-layer chocolate cake with a caramel filling inside. You want to start with the bottom layer, making sure you have a little base to put it on. So I always put a little icing on my cake board at the bottom to let my first cake layer stick. Then after my first layer goes on, I add a little frosting like you saw me do the first time, a little wall so that my caramel can stay in. Now, as you can see, the second layer, I did not do that. And it's making it so much harder for me to cover that cake now, especially the sides, to have that caramel not spill out. Now, there's different kinds of caramel. You can use store-bought, you can make your own caramel if you want, but at some point those are going to spill out if you don't cover it. And that's why we do, partly because we do the crumb coating of your cake first. Crumb coating meaning we are putting a thin layer of cake or icing or frosting or ganache or whatever you choose to use on your cake itself. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the more perfect it is, the easier your second layer will be, your final layer. Then we take this cake, put it in the freezer and firm it up so we can put on our second and final layer. I love to use my cake disc and cake scrapers to help me to get an even finish, an even layer of frosting on the sides and on the top as well. So I've added my cake disc right to make it as level as possible. But I have a little trick for that. So first I'm adding a layer of frosting right underneath it to make sure it has a little place for my cake discs to sit on. All right, and then secondly, I start at the bottom. You can start at the top, whichever easy way you find to cover the cake. It's absolutely up to you. And then I go around and just fill those sides up. Now, obviously, there are going to be some holes here and there. So I just take my frosting, fill it up with my spatula, because when I'm using my cake disc, we are going to take off all of those extra and excess frosting in a second. So just taking my time to make sure all those holes are filled up so it is a little easier. Now, I've noticed my disc being a little lopsided. I've pressed it on the side while my frosting is still soft to get it a little bit level. But I do have a cake measuring level thingy, if you know the right word. I can't for the life of me think what it is that I use to put on top. I'll show you in a second. But then I go in with my cake scraper and just make sure my hand is at a 45-degree angle and going around my cake next to the cake disc and at the cake board. So once again, I'm filling up those holes that are showing, and in a second I will use my cake disc again to take it off and make it even. Again, 45 degrees and slowly pulling while my cake disc is running right on the cake board at the bottom and the cake disc at the top. Do go eye level with your cake. You want to make sure that cake is even. It happens, guys. It happens that your cake doesn't always come out even, and that is okay too. For me, it might look in the video, I see it does look a little uneven, but once I had that measuring thing on, it was perfect. And that's again, I take my cake back to the freezer to firm up. And now I'm going in with a hot spatula right beneath my cake disc and where my cake starts, and just swirling around and just taking that cake disc off. You want to make sure that you go all around beneath that cake disc, because the moment you're going to pull it up halfway through, you're going to break your icing off, and you don't want that. Then one last time, I'm putting some frosting at the top of my cake to make sure that top is even, and on the sides I'm going around. Now remember, my cake is now ice cold, which makes it so much easier to work with, because every time I press against a cold cake now, and it really helps you get that square finish at the top, or that nice and flat finish that we all love our cakes to be. So some cakes really need that perfect finish at the sides, but I have a little trick. I love swirling my cakes at the top, and it helps to make that side that a little bit prettier if it's not perfectly even sides and square sides. Now at this point, I did forget to put in my structural dowels, which suck for me, but there's an easy way to fix it. I measure the dowels, making sure it is right beneath the cake size and the height of the cake, cutting them evenly. And then I'm going to just press them, one in the middle and on both sides as well. Now I have gotten a lot of comments about the straws. Yes, whether you put in straws or dowel or wooden structures, they need to be there for your cake structure and traveling purposes. All right, so no, I do not take the straws out, but I do tell the client or the person getting the cake that the cake has dowels in. And me personally hate it when people push their faces inside cakes. I think it's an absolute waste of money, but there is people out there that loves doing that. So for caution's
no hard feelings
and no judgments whatsoever. How you enjoy, you paid for this cake, so you can do whatever you want with it. But I do have some guidelines for clients, how to cut the cake and how to travel with the cake, how to take it out of the box. And one of those stipulations in bold is always that they should remember the dowels are in the cake. So once again, I am going around making sure those sides are a little bit even, and then again swirling to give that pretty little finish on top. Now we are done with the building of the cake and the decorating starts. For this cake, and particularly this design, I printed out a screen print. Now these papers are edible sugar paper, so meaning they are edible. And I printed out the bottle effect and placing it on an angle on the cake. Now I did have to take it down after the first time of placing it, because I realized it was too high. I wouldn't get that effect of the bubbles spilling out. So just looking where to put your stuff strategically is key to building your cakes. And then I used my frosting and just made some swirls at the top from the top part of the bottle, where say the champagne will spill out and the foam will come out. I use that to just draw me some lines, because now I have to put small little, I think they call them daggery balls or decorative cake balls or whatever you want to call them, and placing them on there. Now the easiest way I found to do that for me was placing my finger in a little bit of water, then in the little gold balls, and then pressing it against the icing. The little bigger ones, I did use a cake tool for that. It's a little tweezer with an angle. It helps me have control over where I want to place each of those decorating balls. Now this is quite the tedious thing to do, because it takes a lot of time, and sadly I think that this is where cake decorators are so undervalued and so underestimated with how much they charge for their cakes, because it takes a boatload of time to do this, especially if you do it with love and it's not just for the money, it is for the passion, that you take time to make sure everything is absolutely perfect. And it is sad to see how much of the cake bakers and decorators out there doesn't get value for their money, either because they are uneducated of pricing, And because people don't realize how much time it takes. It's time away from your family, it's time away from your friends, it's time that you take your talent and education and put it into that decorating of this cake. And yes, if you're telling me you don't want to pay that, and you can do that better, or you can get it somewhere else, please go and bake your own cake, or either get it somewhere that you can get it cheaper and your budget will fit. No hard feelings for that, because I do realize custom cakes are really expensive because we put a lot of time and effort in it, but it's also something you can't help if you don't have the budget for it. So don't be angry with all of the cake bakers if they have high prices. It is just according to your budget, and it takes a lot of time and effort. Now, as you can see, I had a little trouble with my cake topper there. I didn't put that in first, which I probably should have, but then it came out all crooked and I had to rearrange those decorations at the top, all right, just to get that topper to be at the perfect place. Now, can we take a second to admire the humor behind this topper? When the lady first approached me about the cake and the idea she had, she pitched the idea very briefly, and I figured that she would love something with that middle finger on, and someone told her to not do it because it is silly and it is unclassy, and I immediately encouraged her to do it, because you know what, being able to just put a little history behind this, or a little perspective. This lady is one of twins. Her and her brother is 50 years old, and having a twin and being able to celebrate it together, I will give the middle finger to 49 as well, because you know what, it is such a huge accomplishment and such a thing to celebrate. So I did encourage her to make this custom topper, and I love doing it for her, and it just came together perfect for me. Now, there's a lot of people who find offend or are offended by that, but you know what, it is exactly the same thing for me as someone that puts their faces inside the cake. I have my opinion, you have your opinion, and no hard feelings with us being different on this. But for me personally, I absolutely love the cake topper. Now, once again, I have to go in and place all of those small little balls where I found they needed to be. Yet again, another detailed second extra taking to make sure your cakes are just perfect in the end. And at the end, we added just their names and the year they were born in, just to finish it off. But I think this cake turned out beautiful. And if you agree with me, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about the cake topper and the design. And I'd love hearing from you.